Okay, so I pretty much just downed my entire cup of coffee right there just to make sure I was all fresh and ready to go. So, now we can move on with the level, and I'm about to show off the secret. Although first, once you jump down here, then that spawns a bunch of bowls. And first of all, it's just the bowls, it's nothing too infuriating. Then it spawns that dude. One swift cannonball should take care of him as long as you arc it properly. Then there's that dude out there. You might have to arc things, just arc your shot just a little bit higher. I'm kind of speedy on my words today, so as such I'm kind of stumbling over them a little bit. Ow! Bugger. Wasn't really prepared for that either. Oh, and then there's a third dude. I didn't exactly hear that guy spawn, unfortunately, but we can take care of him now, so everything's good. Oh, no, watch out for the fireball. That was instinctive. I thought he was gonna shoot me again. I got a little scared. Right. So, for this next battle right here, what we have is this secret power-up right over here, which I did refer to way earlier, but there is a secret power-up right here. So, this next secret... Okay. This is what I've been saving these power-ups for. So, what I'm gonna do actually is check and see if there's maybe a serious speed. No, I don't think there's a serious speed power-up. Okay. I'm gonna quick save right here. I'm gonna pick this up really quickly. Then I'm going to go ahead and pick up that serious damage power-up. If you go ahead, if you feel like it's necessary to go through all those rooms you just went through, then this is basically what you want to save these power-ups for. What you happen to unleash is called a Secret Round 2. And this is a bunch of really nasty enemies. So this is of course why I was saving the invulnerability and the serious damage for, is because these next sets of battles can be really troublesome if you aren't prepared. There was that one, and that wasn't too bad. I mean, we did survive. We still have all our health and all our armor because obviously we had invulnerability for a temporary amount of time. Now, the Secret Round 2, it starts you off fighting a bunch of really scary enemies, and part of the Secret Round 2 is that there is a single enemy. And I know I might be sort of imitating Garrett here again, I do apologize, but this is very necessary to explain. There is a single enemy in this level, which can only be found in this level, obviously. And obviously, like this, what am I trying to say? I'm just stumbling all over my words right now. I do apologize for that. Let me try to rephrase this. Here it is. This is the Highlander's Bride, and what the Highlander's Bride is a female version of the Reptiloid Highlander. And it has a lot of health. Rather than waste a serious bomb right now, I'm just gonna pick this up, because just observe how much health this thing really has. This is serious damage, mind you, and that took like 10 seconds to kill it. This is the only level in which this enemy actually spawns. I believe in multiplayer version of the second level in the medieval era, I believe in that level, that enemy does actually spawn if you have extra enemies turned on in multiplayer. Maybe it's only in Serious Sam HD, maybe it is in Serious Sam Classic. I have not played that level in Serious Sam Classic in quite a while, but the point still stands. Apart from that, this is the only time in which you can encounter this enemy in single player mode. And oh my god, it has a lot of health. You saw it right there. That was a very scary experience. But that was the Highlander's Bride. And now, really, all we have to do is just go into the next couple of rooms, and that'll be it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up this damage power-up as I just have, as it were. And there's nothing else in the tablet rooms anymore, like going into those rooms aren't exactly necessary. Now, originally, I wanted to save the serious damage power-up for this room, like the one that I originally meant to leave behind, but now I'm a little late on the draw, so instead we're just gonna go ahead and pick up this power-up right here. And in turn, we're going to spawn... Oh, what? Oh, look, there's just another one right here, so that's really convenient. Okay, I guess I didn't have to save that one from earlier. This is what happens when you go into this room in the Secret Round 2, so you definitely want to save that invulnerability power-up for here, because this is basically a rocket festival on steroids. There are so many major biomechs, and if you aren't careful, you're going to get yourself blown up. Now, this is a pretty good area to hide if you aren't quite prepared for the situation. I should have waited for a minute. But serious damage is also a really good attribute to this fight because you can clean up the enemies really easily. And then, pretty much once we're done here, then we can move on to the next room. The final room, if you remember all the arachnoids we encountered in the final room, there's a lot more of them once you go back, so you will have to be prepared for that, but there are another set of power-ups in the next area, so you shouldn't have too many concerns. But, like I just performed right there, like my example just said, you probably do want to save that invulnerability power-up for this fight, if you even bother going after this secret. And since the Serious Speed power-up is available, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and use it so that way I can pick up the power-ups more quickly, because I do believe that there is another invulnerability power-up in this room, as well as, like, more serious damage, so I'm just gonna try and do things as quickly as possible. So there's this. Invulnerability, serious damage, there's also these power-ups right here, there's also an ammunition pack, and since we're pretty much invincible by all means alone, we could just casually walk into this room and take care of all these arachnoids. The pattern of which these enemies spawn, it's pretty much, like, I think it's, oh god, I'm trying to remember the pattern. All the little arachnoids, it spawns a bunch of those. Every time you kill a little arachnoid, it spawns like maybe 2 or 3 more little arachnoids after that, and then after that sequence, then that's pretty much all the enemies right there. And then once you defeat all the big arachnoids, then I think it spawns another big arachnoid underneath those dudes. If I explain that properly, I'll try to be a bit more clear on this. All the little arachnoids, once you kill them, it spawns maybe 2 or 3 more after that, like after a set amount of time after you've killed them. With the big arachnoids, I think it spawns maybe one other big arachnoid after you kill the first big arachnoid. I believe that's the pattern. And it does this for a bit, and that's pretty much the fight sequence, but it's really beneficial if you pick up those 2 power-ups first. And obviously the Serious Speed helps you pick those up more quickly, and that way you can use them to your full advantage. Where the hell is this arachnoid? Because he's gonna drive me insane. Okay, it's just the same guy that was over there originally. But this fight here is actually a really good hiding spot if you make your way over there pretty much post-haste, so I advise you do that, because obviously the power-ups do not last for forever. And chances are, once you do lose them, you're going to be pelted by a lot of bullets. Okay, so I believe there might be a couple of enemies hiding behind here. No, it looks like we've taken care of all of them. And that was all of round 2. Was it worth it? No, but it's a secret nonetheless, and we did get to see an extra enemy at the end, so I guess it's always nice. They don't give you extra ammunition over here, but still, if you missed any, then you can always pick it up, but we did pick up, like, thingamabobber. We did pick up some big ammunition kits, and we only used a certain amount of ammunition, so that's fair enough. We mostly used bullets, and that being the case, we are actually going to pick up some more ammunition in the following room, which is the boss. Although, after I fall off, I didn't exactly mean to do that. I'm gonna quick save right now, because I feel as though if I lose my progress right now, that would not be good, and I would probably be raging. And this is the Highlander's Bride. So, you can read about that if you pause the video right now. For the time being, I'm just gonna go ahead and enter the boss arena.
I need a vacation.
Well spoken. Now, there is, in Sursam HD, there is actually a secret back here. There's a secret set of cannonballs against one of these big pillars. I can't exactly remember how the secret works, but it has something to do with the cannonballs being on, like, one of the ledges, and the cannonballs will fall down, and if you walk forward towards them, you actually get teleported away from them. And the way it works is, like, I think you have to shoot a rocket right here, that will cause some sort of pusher device to push the cannonballs forward, and then you can pick them up without having to teleport away, and thus not being able to collect the cannonballs. I think you have to do that, so that way if you pick up the cannonballs, that actually counts as collecting the secret. It's been a while, but, oh, let's enter the boss arena. Now, immediately what I'm going to be doing right here is I'm going to go ahead and destroy these panels on the wall, because after you damage this boss a certain amount of times, then he will actually start regenerating health from said panels, so I'm going to go ahead and just destroy them as soon as I can. It can take a little bit of effort. And watch out for these mice. These little mice creatures will blow up in your face if you aren't careful. Obviously, I'm not displaying myself being careful very well. This boss is called the Exotech Larva, and as you can see, by destroying those panels, the boss won't be able to regenerate health after a certain amount of time. This boss has 2 different phases. Actually, I guess technically it has 3 different phases. The first 2 phases aren't too bad. Ow. Apart from being smashed by one of his silly little projectiles. But yeah. This boss I'm not entirely fond of. Mostly because of the little mice he sends after you during his first couple of phases. The 3rd phase is a little bit scary, but we'll get to that when we get to that. For the time being, we're just have to damage the boss as much as possible. Maybe pick up some ammunition kits along the way. We'll see how things go.
What are you screaming for? The pain hasn't even started.
I love that one-liner. Okay, so that was the first phase of this boss, and now he has to resort to using only one of his sort of arm tentacle thingy-doos. One of his arms, I guess. It's not really a tentacle, it's just an arm. And I think I'm actually gonna maybe switch to the cannon and see if I can deal a bit more extra damage. This would be better if I were playing Serious Sam HD, where I can destroy all his little mice bug creatures a little more easily. But, we're not playing that game. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up and then use the minigun for a while. I am starting to run out of armor, and that's actually a little bit concerning for me, because I have died a couple times before with this boss. I mean, it is a boss, so if you aren't experienced enough, then you'll probably die. Now this guy has stopped sending out mice, but instead he has this laser beam attack, and this laser beam attack is practically an insta-kill, so this is where you really want to hide behind these pillars. And as it turns out, he is actually sending out mice, so this kind of surprises me. But maybe I can live. Maybe that would be nice. That was a weird noise. But yeah, this is the strategy. This is how you go about killing the boss. I don't really have much else to say. This is just how you kill the boss, you guys. Oh god, no, I got blown up. You see, yeah, you can get pretty far, but chances are you're just going to get hurt pretty annoyingly. I'm not sure. Ow, god, son of a bastard. I really want to use a serious bomb here, so that way I can, like, try to kill all the mice that he keeps spawning. I don't know if the serious bomb is essentially useless in this fight. Okay. Well, hypothesis confirmed. Serious bombs virtually useless in this battle. I hate you. I wish you would die. Stupid bloody larva. I don't know why he's not attacking I would like some armor and health right about now. That would be really, really nice. No! Bugger me! That was close. That was very, really scary. Oh god. Alright, I don't care that I took damage right there. I'm quick saving anyways, because I just want to kill this boss and get this era done and over with. Because this is starting to become tedious, personally. I don't like the little mice he sends out. That's definitely probably the worst attribute of this boss. Otherwise, his projectiles are generally easy to dodge, but the point still stands. If he does hit you, you're gonna be suffering. You're gonna be hurting, man. Maybe I could kill him before he kills me. Nope. Nope. I got pretty close, though. That was a little bit ambitious. Oh, dear. That was close. Okay. It should just be a couple more hits, and then he'll be taken care of. He'll be disposed of, and we won't have to worry about calling pest control anymore.
Am I the man, or am I the man?
Okay. So that was a little bit panic-inducing for me personally, but hey, we did it. This is the Exotech Larva, and you can read about him, I'm sure, if you want to pause the video right here. I'm just glad that's over. Because I did not really enjoy that boss fight much. I have 10 health, but we're probably just going to gain some health back once we enter the next era. We got all the secrets of this level, and that was pretty nice. So next up, we are moving on towards the medieval era, and the first level is called the Citadel. What a ride! I'm beginning to like this. Too bad we can't carry all our weapons with us. Guess we'll have to rely on what we have. How about a little analysis? Now we are very close to the position of the Holy Grail. The position of the planets, the sun and the moon, indicate that the year is 1138 AD. We have arrived at Krowice? I don't know. One of the medieval towns in Poland, East Europe. What are we doing here? The answer is simple. We need to find the Book of Wisdom, a long-lost artifact originating with the clan of the Arch-Ally Magi, a very powerful and very dangerous guild of wizards. It is believed that this book holds information about the location of the Holy Grail. Oh, I bet it's hidden in the highest tower of the Citadel. If we get this book, Mantle is seriously doomed. So the next time we play, we will go through the Citadel level. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great day or evening, and I guess I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.